Hey, I'm Fish. How does this shot look like to you? Well, give me a second. I'm going to switch something off. Does that look better? Or did the shot before look better? Let's put both shots together and you decide which shot looks the best. Well, I am using the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. And the first shot was regular video and then pure video. Now, what I think I am going to be doing is starting to use my Insta360 Ace Pro 2. Take my Sony ZV-1 Mark II and the DJI Mic 2 receiver, put it away to the side for a video or two. And the reason I say this is because when I did my battery install video, I was in and out of focus every single time I put my hands or my body in between the camera and the scene. I just don't like focus blur. I don't enjoy the product showcase, and that's the defocus background does not lock on, meaning stay fixed on to a solid focus scene. Now I say I want to use the Ace Pro 2, see how it works. Reason is, got a nice large screen. I don't have to have something big sticking up on top of the camera, and I can see myself when filming. Why do you have to see yourself when filming? To be in the frame and showing the stuff. If I use the DJI Mic 2, then I'm going to hear all the background noise, and that defeats the purpose of using that microphone and camera. So I have to use the Insta360 Mic Air, and hopefully that will do the canceling of the noise in the background. I could put a USB-C to 3.5 millimeter cable on, the TRS cable, and use the DJI Mic 2 that way. I can even use the DJI Mic Mini that way. But the Insta360 Air is all Bluetooth. It's less bulky. There's so many videos out there, not a single soul talks about the issues of autofocus in the Sony ZV-1 Mark II, unless I'm not looking in the right places, the pros and the cons. Well, that's my thought for now of taking this camera, or basically just grabbing the, you got it, DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro and the DJI Mic 2, that I do have the noise canceling. And like I said, nobody talks about the spikes of the camera, but it's got a front screen good enough so I could see on it. But the Ace Pro 2's got the bigger screen. Now, I'm probably use the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro as well and have fun, because my battery video, no, my A30D video of the OBD reader, I used the Action 5 Pro. It did a good job. Now the Ace Pro 2 screen flips up and down, right? Well, what if I have it flip down? Then I'll be better off with the Action 5 Pro. Well, this is a shot looking out. The sun is first going to sunrise. This is just prior to it in pure video. And that's what the Ace Pro 2 is about at the moment. Well, I got new firmware, as you saw, and right then and there, what does it say? Cannot access camera. And this firmware is first coming out from influencers, people. They just made their video and sharing this new firmware. Well, do yourself a favor when you load it, let it finish. Don't touch anything, because you're going to get firmware failure. And you can't get it right back. You have to wait just a little bit. And here I am, ready to go again. to try out the filters. Yeah, they filters. I'm happy to see Insta360 put firmware in and stuff we can use. But I'm not that happy to see DJI putting a password protection on your album. Are they spying on your smartphone into your album because you need a password to stop them now? Did they violate something? That's how I feel. Look, a flashlight boat with oars. A dinghy rowing along. I guess they're going from boat to boat. All these cameras, let's just say you have a DJI camera. You got a Pocket 3, an Action 5, and you're gonna get a Nano. So you got a collection of DJI cameras. Now the Insta360, yeah, you got the Insta360 X5, the Ace Pro 2, and now the Ultra. Now you got a collection of Insta360 cameras. I pick a beautiful spot to grab the shot, and here we are again. As you see, they're doing photo time lapses. 2 cameras here and the one further down. So all these cameras you got your Nikon, your Pentax, your Sony, a Canon, Panasonic, Blackmagic, and you got all these cameras. What do you do with them? Just grab a single camera that you like and be done with it. Everybody's got cameras. You don't have to have a ton of cameras. One camera should do it all. That's what I say. And yeah, I got a number of cameras. And let me tell you, I had my Sony before I had my Ace Pro 2. And I had it before I had my Action 5 Pro. Nothing wrong with that. But eventually, I'm going to be using one camera. And that's probably the reason for this vlog. Talking about using one camera. Doesn't mean you cannot have all the cameras in the world, but start to add up your collection and why you have all those cameras and for what. I talked about how I want to try the Ace Pro 2 and how I probably going to do it with the Action 5 Pro because of the reasons of. And I talked about how I did a review with one of the cameras, and it seems to work out just fine because the issues that we talked about were never mentioned out there in the real world of the cameras, and these are the downsides, the pros and the cons. Well, you could say this is my highlight of the talk. The sky's getting colorful. I'm going to get ready to go get my shot elsewhere. Well, sunrises are later. Sunsets are earlier. And yeah, change the seasons. It's unofficial. It's over. It's done with. The season's over. And on that note, let's get on going. Let's get on going. Let's get on going. Out of the picture. I got a bee following me. Let me get out of here because there's probably too much junk. High five, baby. She followed me all the way down. She's going through all the recyclable things. And she's making a killing. Oh yeah, man. Let's turn on down this block and get on down to the shore. Still have not updated the firmware after my failure. And yeah, it's a lot of brown, a lot of gray. I had that vlog and that talk and probably just gonna delete everything off. Yeah, get rid of the 3 vlogs I did. It's on 3 days later. Yeah, it is what it is, man. It's not all about doing a vlog. If you make a mistake, yeah, you can still show it. But, you know, that's how I feel. I heard some people ask questions. Can I use Pure Video, or is it Pure Video Plus, during the daytime? And what will happen? Well, it's just like saying, can I use video at nighttime? And what will happen? Daytime would probably just be a little tad brighter. Just go into the EV value and adjust it down a little, and you could probably tone it down. I shot video by mistake in Pure Video because I forgot I left it on. And the camera don't have an auto on and auto off. It has a reminder and a badge. But Insta360 didn't listen. They didn't change the color, giving us a choice, like you see on a street light. Make it work, man. Put a color to it so we know it's on, than just having an on and off. What's happening down over there? Man, they're loud. I'm gonna go pick a different spot. Maybe a little further down. There they are. They're big, man. Let's get on going. I can't rewind, but sure I could put the saying in. Yeah, when I mentioned a number of things in the camera, I said a Pocket 3, I said an Action 5, I said a Nano, and I forgot to say a DJI Osmo 360 camera. So yeah, you got now a lot of cameras to choose from. Can't have them all. I don't get it. I guess every single different type of mode has a different type of way of saving things. And when you switch over to the next mode, like into video mode, it saved to horizontal lock or D-warp. And when I'm on Pure Video, I'm on, you got it, Mega. So I'm not sure, and I cannot promise you exactly how this camera is set up, but it takes a little more to learn it than the Action 5 Pro. You can set the Action 5 Pro up and leave it on Pro and have it set up for everything that way. Here, it's a little bit different. It's a great camera. I just wish it had that quick instant on. Otherwise, I must leave it on all the time so I could get that constant on. Sometimes the high 5 doesn't work all the time, like right here. I had to make sure I get it to work, and I'm standing about 4 feet from the camera. Well, I am in a different shot than the clouds. It's white on white, and the sun's not up. And yeah, I got the firmware going, not yet loaded, and eventually I'll get it up there. I just don't want to put a gray area all the time. It's not colorful enough for me to do it here. So maybe the next time I get down to the boardwalk, I'll get the shot over there, pick a shot and pick an area. I talked about how, gray, it's not Caribbean, Southern Caribbean. It doesn't have the powerful colors like you're in Hawaii or somewhere. And this area is just not powerful enough in colors. Right now, it's just good enough to get those shots. Well, we're ending the video, as you know. You see a little bit different of the field of view, and this is video mode. And you can see you have to figure out when to change over. Well, I did my highlight of the talk back over there. I finished up my highlighted talk over here. So it's time for me to mosey along, get on going, go meet up with Joe, and finish my video. You get it, oh? Let's get on going, oh. The last shot was orange and teal filter that I accidentally left on, did not default back to the standard. And on the Pure Video, it was on standard. So now I'm on like a natural. I'm on EV value -1.0 most of my shots. So this gives you a little bit more of a softer look. With the Mega View, it gives you a natural city scene look with no distortion, and like a natural gives it just the additional oomph that you need. Well, I switched over to standard. I thought maybe my eyes a little blurry, looking at like a natural, not being crisp in a low light situation. Maybe it's just me. It's something interesting right there rolled up for you. Looks like some type of radiant heat system that goes underneath the floor for copper. So this way you put cement over tiles to have heated floors. Well, I figure might as well just go back to like a natural. Because that's who I am. I'm like a natural. And if I got that type of lens in the camera, why not use it and abuse it? Because my Sony ZV-1 Mark II, it's built-in ND filter. I use it and abuse it, but it doesn't work. And that's what my video was about. Share the fun, share the story as we wait for the sunrise. Snap a photo, snap a video. And here we are, just about ready up. Well, I grabbed my shot, grabbed my spun, grabbed my show, grabbed my say. It's time for me to get on going. I'm Fish. I'll see you on the next show, the next adventure, the next talk.